You know, I think in my past life, I was a pirate. I've been thinking long and hard about it, and I think that I must have been some sort of traveler or wanderer or adventurer. And I like the idea that like a pirate was kind of a rebel, and I don't know. I was thinking a lot, like I always get asked the question of like, why do you travel? And like, why do you think you have this need to go places and see everything? And I think that my soul has been searching for a really long time for something. And I don't know what. I've always felt this sort of like not uneasiness, but almost as if part of me is unsettled. Like my soul always feels the need to find something, to go see the world, to see how beautiful it is, to see what's really out there. And I'm not scared, and I've never been scared. You choose freedom or stability, and I choose freedom every single time. And sometimes I was just thinking a lot today about like what that means and what it means to like let go and start over and decide to live in a backpack. And I don't have a plan. I don't know where I'm going. I don't even know where I'm going to be staying in 2 days. And there's something like really beautiful about that. And I love that feeling, and I crave so much so like the unknown. And I think in this traveling especially, like I don't want to be a tourist. I don't want to go and see these like sites that you have to see and like check them off the bucket list and like take a picture, and then you're gone and it's just a bunch of fucking people jammed on a boat for a day. And I'm going on a tour tomorrow, and I'm like, why did I even do this? It feels like so, like I'm not a tourist and I'm not on vacation. Like I'm a traveler, and I think I have so much more that I need to discover about myself. And I don't know, like I think about like nature versus nurture and how I grew up, and like this desire, this need, this urgency to go, to constantly move, to never be able to stay put, to want to do and see everything, to see what the world has to offer in hopes that I find what I'm looking for, or find my purpose, or find some sort of answers. And I was reading this book today, and it was saying like, what is the meaning of life? And it was like, the meaning of life is death. And when I read that, it kind of hit me like, yeah, I don't know what else is there if it's not death. And I feel so much sympathy for people who never left or never have the urge to leave. And sometimes I'm jealous too, because I can never be that. It's not who I am. I hope I find what I'm looking for. I really do. And I don't know how far I have to go, how many countries I have to be with, how many people I have to meet, how much writing I have to do. But I have to. And now, more than ever, I'm more free than I've ever been. I have no attachments to a place. I have no attachment to anybody anymore. And I don't know how I would describe it. There's sort of a little bit of agony that comes along with knowing that you can do anything and be anything and go anywhere. I have nothing but time. Nothing but time. And it's beautiful. And I'm so excited. And I think that this trip, this backpacking, this wherever it leads me, it's going to be the best decision I ever made. I hope so. I have a good feeling about it. It's just the beginning, you know. I haven't been gone that long. And I'm just back into that mindset of being a traveler and being a wanderer and being an explorer, being an adventurer, and meeting new people and trying new food and doing what I think you have to do. I don't even think this is making sense. But it's like the world is so full of so much misery and pain. LA is on fire. There's wars. People break up, people move on, people die every day, and it's like, what's it all for? What am I doing? I don't know. But does anyone really know? I mean, we're just floating on a rock in space. Everyone with their head cut off, running around like a chicken, hoping for clarity, hoping for some sort of answer, but maybe that's the point of life, that there is no answer. Maybe the point of life is you're just in this constant state of what if, what the fuck. And the art of letting go is something I'm not good at. I can move from place to place, but like my love is hard for me because I just feel like I feel it so intensely, like more than the average person. I feel like when I love somebody or something, it's amplified to 10,000 times what a normal person feels. And I've always felt that way, and I'm not emotional, I'm not sensitive, except when it comes to love. Love is so powerful in my brain, and I usually run like happy or content. I don't have a lot of moods. Maybe I'm suppressing them, maybe I'm pushing it back, and I actually do have more emotions than I think I do. But when it comes to love, I don't know. I don't know why it's so hard for me to understand it and to understand how it works in my world. And like the love I have for my family, my friends, like love is not a word that I can describe. It's not enough. I wish there was more words in the English language. And my love for traveling, it's not love when I travel. It's that's my purpose. Like I feel like I'm meant to be wandering, that again, my soul is unsettled. I just think there's more out there than what people think, and I have to find it. And maybe I'm on the pursuit of happiness in all the wrong ways. Maybe life isn't about being happy. Maybe life's about being content and being peaceful. I've just been thinking a lot, and I decided just to make this video, even though I don't think there's a point, because I feel like my thoughts are really scrambled right now. And I had a great childhood, and I have a really good family, and I have the best friends in the world. And I'm not running from them. I'm not leaving them. And most of my closest friends, like, they don't do what I do. They don't travel. They've never, they go on vacation. They're not living in hostels and living in a backpack. They don't get it. And maybe I'm not meant to be understood. And I think that's okay, too. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's something beautiful about the unknown. Like, I have no idea where I'm going to be in a month. I have nothing grounding me. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess the grass is always greener. Sometimes I wish that I had some sort of like stability, but at the same time, once I had it, like I was in New York, I had a job, I had a career, I had great clients, I worked really hard, and that wasn't enough. I don't know, I just hope I find what I'm searching for. I hope the world shows me something. I'm very hopeful for the future. And I've been spending a lot of time, not alone, but I'm introverted. And especially coming from New York City, where it's just energy and people all the time, I really value my alone time in a almost unhealthy way. Like, I don't need much as long as I have a pen and paper. And I was writing every day in the last year, but not like just going through the motions of writing. I write every day. But I wasn't inspired, and I wasn't writing anything fucking significant. And I hope now I'll have something to write about. Like, I just want to have all my journals one day and just have a good story to tell. and be able to articulate it in beautiful words. Maybe teach somebody something, show people how to travel. You don't need a lot of money. I think this place is costing like $6 a night, and it's perfect. It's exactly what I want. I don't want to be in a fancy hotel. I don't want to do something that a local wouldn't do. Don't want to go to a bar where it's all foreigners, where it's all people fucking speaking English, who they are like on a vacation and they work in an email factory and they spend all their time on their fucking phone. And it's just like horrible how society is. I think I'm just a really misunderstood soul. But maybe everybody feels that way, you know? I don't know. Water's good. And I smoked like 5 cigarettes today because I'm going through it in so many ways. I forgot what it was like to let go. I really did. Like I knew what I was getting myself into because I traveled before, but not like this. This is different. This feels really different than before. This feels like I just have a feeling something really beautiful is going to come out of it in the end. Whether it's YouTube, whether it's writing, whether it's meeting the best people in the world that changed my life, whether it's unlearning and relearning new things. Because I don't know if I'll ever go back to America. I don't know if I'll ever live there again. I have no freaking idea. And I always think about like Anthony Bourdain's quote about like, be a traveler, don't be a tourist. Like, don't do it. If a local can't do it, why the fuck would I do it? If you want to learn about yourself, you have to let go of everything and just be forced to be with yourself. I have only what I can carry in this backpack. I guess all I really need is cheese. And this. And I guess my camera for YouTube. This rant made no sense. But something bigger is coming for me. I think the universe has really big plans for me. And maybe traveling the world will help me discover them. And I hope one day my soul is satisfied. I don't know how many countries I have to go to, or how many times I have to fall in and out of love, or how many languages I have to learn, or how many different kinds of food I have to eat, or how many pictures I have to take, or videos I have to make. But I hope I find satisfaction in the journey. In the end, like, I am a huge and firm believer that the universe is always working out for me, that I've never made a mistake. I trust my heart, like I trust my gut, I trust my conscience more than anything. It always knows, it always knows. And I believe in the divine end. Like, I believe it all works out. I believe in fairy tales, I believe in magic, I believe in, I don't know, the joy of like watching a sunset, the joy of swimming in the ocean. That's so warm and so clear that you think, how is the world so beautiful? You know, you start to believe in the higher power, you start to know, you just know that there's something bigger out there. The world is a really beautiful place, and I hope with this channel, with life, with the beauty of social media, even though it has so many negative things, that I can share a little bit of it. Maybe inspire somebody to buy that one-way ticket. I don't know. It's all gonna work out. It always has and always will. I just had to talk for a little bit so people can understand my thought process. I'm not very good at articulating how I feel in words. That's why I have to write so much. Because I'm better with writing. I'm better with writing than speaking, definitely. Anyways, I guess I'll see you in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you have to do.
Sky,
Hi, Eddie.
are you still awake?
I'm still awake. I'm coming out. Give me 5 minutes.
Okay.
That's Eddie. He is the hostel owner, and he's so cute, and he's been taking care of me, and he calls me Sky in the diamonds. Yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy my night. That's all.